What up, y'all? This is Big Reid hanging out with my boy Jacob Lee on the Mic podcast. We did the interview. We talked about some things. He asked me some really tough questions. I cried, but it was a good conversation. Make sure y'all check it out.
Yeah, here we go now. Okay.
We here.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so for everyone who's watching or listening to this podcast, do you want to introduce yourself and let everyone know like who you are and what you do and all that?
Word. My name is Big Reid. I am currently the night show host here in the Bay Area at 99.7 now. I've been doing it for like 2.5, 3 years, probably a little bit over 3 years now. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm the night show host. I host nights at KMVQ.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's awesome. Okay, let's jump into the first question. When you were a kid, did you even imagine you would be in radio?
I'm one of those kids that always wanted to be on radio. I grew up in the market that I had a chance to get on to get my first full-time gig here at 99.7, and I grew up listening to the people I get to work with today. Hopefully they'll kill me for talking about that. I always wanted to be on the radio. I was fascinated by radio as early as I can remember. I was one of those guys with the tapes and putting little pieces of paper into the back of it, recording my own breaks. I wish I had those tapes, but that's how I got started. I got started listening to St. John and the guy who I ultimately ended up replacing after he left, Strawberry, a lot of the iconic Bay Area radio figures. So I grew up in a good time here in the Bay Area as far as radio goes. Good. I've always wanted to do it. I knew at some point I was going to be on the radio at one way or another.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
And then how did you get into this industry, the radio industry?
So I grew up in foster care, and after I got out of foster care, I kind of had to go straight to work. So I really didn't have an option of going to school or anything. A couple of years went by, and I found out that Chabot College in the East Bay in Hayward here in California, I'm not sure where you're located, Jacob.
Arizona.
What part of the country are you in? Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what's up. You technically still West Coast, bro.
Yeah.
So here in the East Bay, I went to Chabot College in Hayward, and I found out that they had a mass communications program, which ultimately had a radio and television broadcasting program. And I've never really been a school dude, so I found out they had a radio station, and I needed something to keep me at school. So I jumped and dived directly into that and worked my way up through college radio, which ultimately led to me getting an internship at 99.7. The college station I was a part of, it was a student-ran program. Wow. And, I went through the same cycle as a lot of people. I started off on the promotions team, and I assistant promotions director, assistant program director, just working my way up, having my own show at Chabot, which we've done really well at the time. Good. And I moved my way into an internship, and I that's how I got into it.
Wow, that's awesome. I like that. Then, what do you like about getting to work where you're at right now?
I love my listeners. I think my listeners are the most important piece of the entire thing for me. And I just love being on the radio. Yeah. But I also love impacting people in any way I can. Hopefully more positive than anything else. Yeah. So my favorite part of the job is the listener, is being able to engage with them. And I'm a very engaging jock. Like I respond to every message. I respond to almost every single tweet unless it's the same, crazy fandom going nuts about a certain song or something like that. I'll at least like every single tweet. So I try to engage with every post, every tweet, every comment, every DM. And, I feel like I'm here for the people that listen to my show. And I feel like that's very, very important. So my favorite part about the entire thing is the listener.
That's good. Like that. I do internet radio station. I have like an internet radio station, and same, it's kind of like the same for me. Like I interact with the fans and all that, and I get song requests, not a lot, but but I still get song requests, and it's nice getting to what you said, it's nice getting to interact with the fans and fandom.
Absolutely. It means a lot, because when I was a kid listening to the radio, if a jock would pick up the phone and be like, "What's up?" I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm talking to them." They responded to me, or if they play my request, or if they answer a message or an email, or when I was first getting in the radio, sending out my air check to programmers across the country, and sending DMs to different jocks, especially here in the Bay Area. The ones that would respond to me, a lot didn't, don't get me wrong, but the ones that did, that made my day, that made my week, that made me feel like I was making some sort of progress towards my goal. So anytime I can respond to anybody, I'm on it.
That's good. Like that. What's your favorite thing about getting to work with your coworkers? what do you love about that?
Oh man, I got some dope ass coworkers, Jacob. Like I said, bro, when I first got to the station, like the lineup that we had and the lineup that we currently have right now, it's all good people. Like I know, I don't know what like the atmosphere is for other stations or how like together everybody is, but like these people that I work with have helped me in like some of my hardest times, and they continue to support me. They continue to uplift me.
Wow.
I come on the radio every single day after one of the greatest voices in our region ever, you know, with St. John, one of the greatest jocks ever, in my opinion. Someone who like I said, I idolized as a kid, and I wanted to be just like, so much so that my boss told me to calm my ass down. You know what I mean? He told me how to calm down. So, awesome. So I was trying to be too much. I was trying to be St. John way too much. But like I work with some dope people that, you know, have supported me and, you know, that are really cool. You know, me, I just got done having a conversation with Fernando. Me and Fernando meet all the time, and he gives me guidance and shows me love. And Fernando's like, you know, the first person to actually, you know, one of the first people to actually acknowledge me in radio and follow me and engage with everything I was doing and care that I exist, and we just happen to have the same birthday. So he's been very influential. I mean, the computer I'm talking to you on right now, Fernando gave to me. I mean, he didn't tell me to tell anybody that, but he did that a few years ago when I first got the night show. He knew I needed a new laptop. He was like, here. You know, when I had tons of parking tickets, Fernando paid for most of them. You know, so like, you know, just to help me, you know what I mean? So these guys here, this station here, it's not just, you know, the stuff that we talk about online. It's a real family, and I love it.
That's awesome.
I never want to have to leave, bro. I hope I never get fired because I never want to leave.
That would be good.
Nah, hell no. No, it wouldn't. Don't say that.
You're doing a very amazing job, and I like watching you like do the Instagram lives, and it seems like you're doing like an awesome job, and you're loving like what you're doing. So keep it up and all that. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I love my job, and I love doing the IG lives and just, you know, taking a few minutes every single night to talk to the people. Because, you know, when you're on the air, you don't get that instant gratification. You don't get that instant response from people unless they're calling the phone. You know, the phones here are usually a little ridiculous. Like sometimes, mainly when we're doing contests and everything, when I'm asking a question on the air. But, you know, there's nights where it's just going crazy. But other than that, that instant gratification and talking to somebody on IG Live or having a conversation or responding to a question, that feels good too.
Yeah, that's good. And then favorite thing about getting to talk to your listeners and all that. So
the favorite thing about it, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like the favorite, like just my favorite thing? Probably like hooking them up with crazy experiences. Like anytime we have like an artist meet and greet, or you know, an opportunity for someone to get tickets to see their favorite concert, or like we do something unique behind it. That's always fun. You know what I mean? I've always tried to be the guy to create different moments and create memories. So my whole basis on what I do is creating memories every single night. I want one thing to stick with somebody, no matter what it is. And whether it's on the air, off the air, out in the streets, when I'm talking to our listeners, I try and do different things, like hook them up with prizes and they have no ideas coming. I know there was a listener that went to Poptopia a couple of months ago in December. She had no idea that while we were doing meet and greets out in front of the SAP Center, which is the arena out here, I was going to stop the entire meet and greet process and just give her meet and greets without her even winning them. You know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I mean? Just like, because she was the first person to ever, it was the Kid Leroy. She was the first person to ever tell me that the Kid Leroy existed.
Wow.
She was like, you got to play his music. I think he's dope. And this is before any station picked up Without You. We're so done. And we went first on it because we thought the songs were incredible. And he's obviously he's huge now.
Yeah, he is.
He's only going to get bigger. But, you know, opportunities like that, or, you know, giving fans an opportunity to, you know, meet with the artists to help me interview them. Or sometimes, I don't know if you've ever seen this that I've done, but I'll have an artist in the studio, and instead of just taking up all the time with myself, I'll call one of my group chats, because I get added to so many group chats. So I'm a part of a bunch of different group chats. We got the Hype Squad. We got like 4 or 5 different groups of those. We got a bunch of different accounts. And if I'm with an artist, I'm going to start calling group chats. And whoever picks up the phone, if it fills up with 5 other people, they're talking to that artist for like 30 seconds or a minute. You know, I've done it with Why Don't We? I've done it with a bunch of artists. And that's definitely a moment too. So anything that like the fan can encounter with their favorite artist or get a memory out of, that's what I like the most.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Thanks, bro.
What's your favorite thing about getting to be the night DJ on 99.7 now?
Well, specifically 99.7 now is because I'm born and raised. I'm from the Bay Area. This is where I've been my entire life. I don't travel a lot. I understand the culture. I try to curate more of it. I just try to create, moments for people. And on this radio station, my favorite part is the fact that I'm at home in the Bay Area. I don't think there's anybody out there that could talk more about the Bay Area more confidently than I can. I mean, there's other people, don't get me wrong, there's other people on the radio in the Bay too that have that same standard, but I feel like, what's going on, like I'm very in tune with the music, not even out of my demographic, even out of my, top 40 range. Like I'm very familiar with everything going on. So my favorite part is definitely being on the air at home in the Bay Area because I relate to it. I understand it. I know where to go, where not to go, and I can definitely, I'm the ambassador of Bay Area radio. So that's why I consider myself.
That's good. I like that. Then, what do you love about getting to do the high school takeovers? Yeah.
Oh man, high school takeover is so much fun, bro. It's been so long since we've had a chance to really be outside, because obviously because of COVID, we know the story. But high school takeovers are fun, man. Like I show up to a campus and people are already screaming down the hallways because they know we're coming. They know we're going to be there that day. They have the campus decorated. We go out, people are shooting off confetti cannons. Like it seems ridiculous, but it's so much fun, and it's like it's out of a movie. It's like those movies where it shows like high school stuff happening. Yeah, it's like one of those moments out of like one of those high school movies where it's like a big party on campus. So we just go. We bring out the music. Sometimes I bring artists with me to perform. This is before COVID, of course, but we're getting ready to gear back up again. I just went to a school last week where they had like snakes and alligators.
Oh wow!
Like I know this sounds ridiculous, bro, but it's like they're the school not too far from the studio. I mean, every year they do this Day on the Green thing where they'll have like a python.
Wow!
You can hold it, or they'll have like a monkey. Wow. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm not lying to you.
That's amazing.
But like the funnest part is just being out there, being around people who genuinely enjoy the radio station, enjoy the music that we play, enjoy my vibe, I enjoy theirs, and we just like to have fun, throw out t-shirts. I love, and then on top of that, like I'm the guy that used to show up to remotes and stand there and hang out with the radio personality the entire time. You know what I mean? So whenever we get like those young people that want to hang out at the tent, want to ask questions, that's my favorite part. Like they want to hang out, they want to know more. Come over here, hop on the microphone with me. I'll give you a mic. We could both co-host this together.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's just those moments, bro. That's definitely my favorite. High school takeover is lit.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's so much fun, bro.
That's good. It sounds.
And then we have the in-studio portion, which is dope too.
It sounds really fun. That'd be like cool.
For sure.
That'd be like cool to like experience like what that is like like getting to experience that and like getting to do it like, at school.
Like the in-studio part is fun until like we're 20 seconds out from a break and they don't know what to say. Even though we like prepared and planned the entire time. But other than that, we're pretty fast with Vox Pro over here. We can get through it.
That's good. That's awesome. And then, what's your favorite thing about getting to like support upcoming artists and getting to play them?
Oh man, I'm in such a dope position, bro. So like my boss, Jazzy Jim, who's a program director for KMVQ, he's so down with the idea of supporting local artists, not just local artists, just artists on the rise. Yeah. And he kind of like, he lets me be the guy to reach out. Like I'm the one that's reaching out to labels and talking to them about these artists when their songs are just starting to pick up, when their songs are just barely starting to go viral. Like we're finding some of these songs, early. So early, he's like, yo, you gotta slow down. A couple of months later, that song isn't becoming a hit, but we're so early on it. And I get the opportunity to play these songs before anybody else. And, not for like listeners, but for radio people, they understand like we get credit for that. Yeah, I think that's dope. Like to be the first person in the country to play Driver's License on the radio from Olivia Rodrigo, that's big for me. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, like I'm the first person to play this song. It's nuts. So that's why we're really focused on our premieres. We're really focused on supporting up and coming artists because it's just cool just to be a part of it. And I genuinely enjoy this music. I enjoy these artists. I communicate with them and we end up building friendships. Like I'm friends with some of these artists that have come through the studio and we stay in contact to this day. I'm really close with a bunch of people. Well, not a bunch of people. I'll say like out of like the 50 or 60 interviews I've done for 99.7 in the past couple of years, I'm close with like half of them. Like I'm cool with half of them.
That's good.
You know, and you know, we watch them grow and we watch them get bigger, like Tate McRae. Like I was lucky enough to be able to do her first radio interview. And look at her now, bro. She's popping. And she remembers that. And I think that's really important too. Like when the artists, they care and they remember it fires me up to keep supporting artists, you know, because we've had a lot of cool people come through. But my boss is really down with allowing me to pick the music sometimes. You know, we have the songs that we have to play, but you know, he's super down with the idea of allowing me to, you know, pick songs, to help with the playlist, to make my suggestions, to talk about different artists, to interview these artists, to reach out to the labels and set up, you know, the IG lives, different things. Like there's an artist I'm interviewing on Friday, Dylan Conrique. She's so dope, bro. She has a single called Birthday Cake. I just played on the radio. You know, I get the honor of being the first person to do that, and she's so appreciative. Like there's a video she put on her TikTok of her just like hearing me talk about it on my IG live. Like I only had 15 people watching my live that night. Yeah. You know, but she enjoyed that so much and appreciated it. She put on her TikTok. Now it almost has 1 million views. Wow. And it's like, it's just the fact that she cares, and it means a lot to me. So I enjoy supporting up and coming artists for sure.
Yeah. It's nice like getting to do that. I enjoy like getting to play like awesome music, like from new artists and upcoming artists. So yeah, that's awesome that you enjoy doing that and that your boss is like fine with you doing that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he's super down, man. He's one of the best in the game, one of the best to ever do it, and I appreciate him.
That's good. That's awesome. Then, do you recommend going to college to be a radio DJ?
Oh, you had to ask me that. Look, I got my start in college radio, and I'll be honest with you, my best friends I found in college radio. So most of the OGs and most of the people coming up right now, they're going to be like, nah, don't worry about college radio. You know, skip that. Just start working on your podcast, working on your digital content, and, you know, push forward and stuff like that. And just, you know, get on a promo team somewhere and start making it happen. Okay, that's cool. I say while you're doing that, go to school and do college radio at the same time. Yeah. Like you can still do all that stuff, but doing it at the college radio station. So I'm gonna go against the popular opinion of skipping it and tell you to do it, because I don't know. Like I was programming an FM station for 3-4 years before I even had a chance to be at 99.7. So I was running the promotions department, running all the programming, doing everything, running an entire radio station with the support of, you know, other students that were in the program. But it was a real FM radio station. Like we were really on the dial. We were really doing community events and showing up. So I'll give you an example of what one of my days would look like after I was already at 99.7. So I would wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, right? Get ready and everything like that. I would literally be the last person at the time. It was a Fernando Gregg morning show to show up, okay? Because I was doing the peep show. Okay, this is after I got done interning. So I would show up. I'd get to the station 5:30 or so, start up all the cameras, get everything ready, run the peep show for those first 4 hours, you know, put up some social content for the morning show, show some love, participate in whatever meeting or whatever content they wanted to do outside of that. Yeah. Have those conversations, leave from there, go straight to the school, my college radio station, go to class for a couple of classes, jump in, do my on-air shift, you know, do meetings, do school events, all that stuff within 1 day. So that's how my days usually used to go. Wow. You know, and before that, I'd be working my overnight job. So I'd work at 7 at night until 6 o'clock in the morning, sleep in the parking lot at school, go to school, go to my internship at 99.7. It was like back to back. So I definitely, as opposite of what everyone else is going to say, I definitely say go to college radio. Like, do it. Yeah. Participate. Just have your own show. Have your own shift. Get those air checks in. Can you create an air check without that? Yeah. Can you create content without that? Yeah. Can you make it without that? Yeah, you can. But I say do it because, like, my best friends all came from my college radio days.
That's good. And then, do you recommend interning? Do you think that's important?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of internships out there anymore because things have changed. Yeah. So, I mean, the clear path now is to get onto a promotion team, which is cool. I mean, that's dope. Now you can get paid for doing it. Yeah. I started off doing fan photos in 100-degree weather for 12 hours a day. You know, and that sucked. That was the worst. But at the same time, it also, like, it was able to weed out like people who really wanted to be there because they really love radio versus people that just want to show up and just get, a few hours a day and get a check. So I definitely encourage interning. And I know a lot of people are like, I ain't working for free. That's cool. Don't work for free. But also don't get mad when those opportunities don't go to you.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean? I worked for free at that college radio station for 5 years, bro. Wow. It was a 2-year school. I was there for like 5 years, 6 years.
Wow.
And it was the best thing ever.
That's good.
It sucked. I wanted money. Of course I did. Yeah, I got bills to pay. Yeah. But I think it all worked out for me.
That's good. And then do you think connections are important to like have, like getting to connect with other DJs and all that? Do you think that's important?
Yeah, I think it's due, but my problem is I suck at it, bro. I'm probably the worst at like networking with other radio professionals, and I need to do a better job. I'm definitely lacking in that category, but I do think it's important because you never know when things are changed for your current situation and where you're at and where you want to end up.
Yeah,
it'll pay off to know a few people at a few other radio stations in case there's an opportunity that pops up. You know what I mean? Like me, I haven't really reached out to anybody, bro. And like I follow some jocks on IG, and it's literally just us following each other. And like liking each other's posts here and there whenever I come across them. And that's literally the only communication I got with them. Like I've never actually had a conversation with some of these people. And it doesn't bother me. Like I haven't reached out either. So it's like, I don't know, I'm awkward, bro. I'm a very awkward person. Like I'm talking right now because like, the lights are on, we're on camera, we're recording. But other than this, bro, I'm very awkward. I walk into the room and I get shy to say hi to people sometimes.
Same for me. I'm a shy person.
I need to be better. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then, what do you think radio will be like in 5 to 10 years?
Oh, man. I think radio is going to be a lot better than where it's at right now. I think that it's going to grow even more. I feel like over the next year or two, I feel like the pandemic, I know a lot of people say is going to go away, but I feel like the pandemic has kind of helped us realize that as an industry, we kind of need to change our tactics and the way we do things. Obviously, we need to create more content and put more of that on there. But the radio is awesome. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
I just hope that at some point, obviously it's not, but I hope that the syndication isn't that serious. Excuse me. Just like a lot of other people say, if I end up doing syndicated shows, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not at that point in my career yet, but someone needs to do it. I hope there's not as much. I hope it kind of like people realize that we kind of need to be a little bit more local with things.
Yeah.
And I think the radio will be in a lot better position because we would have gone through what we've been going through over the last couple of years, and more people, coming up will be a little more versed in, the technology and everything, and getting around on social media.
Yeah,
and it'll be a lot more of a bigger deal.
Like that. Then who would you like to give a shout out to, and like for like who's in radio? Like who would you like to give a shout out to?
As far as it's like people I work with, or
it can be anyone.
I'm into anybody. Well, we have our people here at 99.7. Of course, my boss, Jazzy Jim, he's super dope. Fernando's always been supportive. St. John's, the guy come on every day. He's super dope. My best friend, she just got her first full-time gig in radio at her sister station at K-Fox. Her name is Ellen Perez. She does the morning show over there with Chris Jackson.
Wow.
She is super dope, and I'm so proud of her and everything that she's been able to accomplish. And there's a lot of people in the business that I see doing a lot of dope things. I think I'll pick some people that I haven't even met yet or haven't even had a conversation with. E. White at KDWB. I think he's hella funny. I think he's hella chill. Shout out to him. I've talked to Tino Cucino a couple times, but I don't know him on a personal basis, but I think he's hella dope.
Yeah.
Who else? There's a bunch of people, man. I don't want to big shout out to the Strawberry. He's the guy who I replaced here. He's someone who, to this day, bro, is in my DMs or texting me like, yo, you need to do this. Do this. Don't mess this up. And I hope I don't get him in trouble because he works for a different company. But he's like, yo, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? He's my big bro. He looks out for me. And
that's awesome.
And I think that's that. I don't know who else to shout out. Someone's gonna be like, yo, I saw that interview, bro, and you didn't show me no love, and they're gonna feel some kind of way. But hey, it is what it is, Jacob. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Shout out to you and what you do, man. I think what you do is dope. You're like the first radio person that reached out to me, was like, yo, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And everything. And, I feel like I have a kind of interesting story on how I grew up and how I got to where I got. But, I do appreciate you reaching out to me, man.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Then the last and important question is, where can everyone follow you and check you out on?
Oh, well, they can check me out. I got an OnlyFans. I'm playing with you. I got OnlyFans. I thought about it, though. I was like, yo, people like big dudes. At Big Reid Radio, REID on the read, because that's a little confusing. And trust me, I've heard all the jokes. Read a book. Can you read this? Hey, read. I get it. Big Reid Radio on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Same thing on YouTube. I don't really update my YouTube channel. You know how it works in radio, bro. I've been doing interviews for 99.7 for the past 5 years, and all my videos are there. So, couple of hundred interviews there. A lot of my older stuff on my personal YouTube page. Man, that's it. Monday through Saturday night, 7 to midnight, 1 a.m. on Fridays, 1:30 a.m. on Saturdays for Club 997. 99.7 out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah. Going crazy. Having fun. I'm enjoying it. I love my job. I love the people I work with, and I love the Bay Area. So we outside. we here.
Then before we end this podcast, do you have anything that you want to share that I haven't asked you anything like that is in radio something
for radio people?
Yeah, or something like that.
I'd say to anyone that's in radio that's listening, one thing that, I've been doing this for over 10 years now, here at 99.7 for 8. Find something where you can escape the reality of radio and what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? I like the game. I like Madden. I'm a Fortnite guy. I'm still sick of buildings gone right now. Yeah. But I'll be all right. New season, we outside. Find something that can take your mind away from radio. Because I don't know how everyone else is that does this, but as soon as I'm on my way home from work, I'm already show prepping for the next day. And I'm up all the way until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about the next day and how I'm going to execute my show. So, I had to find something that kind of made me shut off my brain, made me shut off the whole radio side and everything like that. And it's still difficult. I'll be sitting there playing the game and I'll stop what I'm doing and look over yo, I got an idea. You know what I mean? And it's I need to calm down. So find something to, to keep your mind away from it. Take some time for yourself. Take those vacay days when you got them and, try your best not to feel bad about it. Cause I still deal with that. Anytime my vacation comes up, I get nervous to ask for it. Cause I don't want to ask for vacation. I feel like I'm wasting time. So, yeah, man, take care of y'all mental health. You gotta take care of your mental.
Yeah, that's
and
important.
Your chicken. Yeah, take care of your mental and your chicken, like Marshawn Lynch said, and you'll be good.
And then for anyone who wants to get in radio, what advice do you have?
Yo, I don't know what to say. I say yo, this is really what you want to do. Jump on the promo team and start making funny videos.
Yeah.
And be in your boss's office every single day, like I was, asking if there's anything extra you can do. And if there's not, stick around, sit in the lobby, talk to everyone until they tell you there's something to do. I used to sit in the station for 6 hours, just sitting there, waiting for each jock to change. Midday girl came in. Yo, you need me to do anything? Nah, it's all good, Reid. Yo, you want me to go grab you something to eat? Nah, it's all good, Reid. St. John showed up. Yo, you need anything? Nah, I'm all good. No, I don't need anything. Wait until Straw gets here. You need anything? Nah, I'm good. I just sit there for all day whenever I had those days. Just, one of those days they were like, hey, can you interview Fat Joe? I was like, hell yeah, I can.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it just happened. So yeah, just, put yourself in the position to win and just be there and, be positive and get ready to wait a little while. But at the same time, grind your ass off. Sorry for cussing so much.
It's okay.
I can't believe we're on a radio podcast and I'm saying that. Yeah, just work. Work and don't gossip.
Yeah.
Don't gossip. If you ever hear someone talk bad about somebody, find the reason why you have to leave the room.
Yeah.
Find the reason, because at the end of the day, even if you don't participate in that conversation, but that conversation comes up elsewhere, that person's still going to be offended that you didn't tell them what they said.
Yeah.
So just get up and walk away. It's better not to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
It's rough in this radio world.
It is. And then this isn't on the question, and I want to ask this, and I want to see what the opinion is. So for anyone who like is like owning, like who like does like internet radio and who like has an internet radio station, or anyone who's like who's like a DJ on an internet radio station or anything like that, do you think that can help them get into this industry, into the radio industry, like without going to college?
Absolutely.
And attending? Yeah, what's your opinion like on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think any avenue where you're, using your voice or you're talking about music or anything like that will help you.
Yeah.
I think that, by taking the time to, focus on something, even though if it's just internet, whatever it is, it'll propel you in the right direction. So 1000%. I think any source of content creation could put you on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it today. We see people on TikTok. They go viral on TikTok and they get big radio jobs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You love to see it. You love to see people who just create content.
Yeah.
They're genuine about what they're doing. Get shots. You can't be mad at that. So yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah, that's good.